Do you know how to comment like a native speaker? Learn how to comment like a native speaker on a Facebook post, on an Instagram post, or a YouTube video. Let's start. If the video or the post is funny, you can say, I'm dying. I'm crying. I watched it twice. Thank you for this. I needed a good laugh. You crack me up. Crack me up means make me laugh so hard and so loud. So hilarious. Hilarious means very funny. You're killing me. I can't. I choked on my lunch. Or I choked on my tea. And of course here we're exaggerating, which means you didn't really choke, but it was that funny you almost choked. Same thing with the other expressions. We are exaggerating. You're not really dying. You're not crying. It's just too funny. Let's continue. You can also be very specific and mention which part in that video was so funny to you and made you laugh so hard. For example, let's say it was a part where that person wears a funny hat or something. So you can say, the part where you wore that hat got me. Or, for me, it was the part where, for example, you wore that hat. Or, the part where you wore that hat took me out. Of course, you can replace where you wore that hat with any part of the video you found funny. My favorite 3 expressions are, thank you for this, I needed a good laugh. So hilarious. I'm dying. Now let's say that picture or that person is beautiful. How do you comment? You can say, on point, on fleek, beautiful, love it, gorgeous. For example, your outfit is on point. All right, now let's say you have a quote, right? A saying, a famous saying, proverb, or that post or video is about an opinion, an advice, or about an experience. For example, someone talking about their breakup or giving advice about relationships. You can say, I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more means I agree very much, like more than 100%. Preach. Usually, doctors, professors, priests, religious people preach, presidents preach because they are so wise or they have so much knowledge. So when something is that useful, you can say preach. Such wise words. Taking notes. Taking notes, that means like this is very useful, as if I'm in a class and I'm taking notes because I don't want to forget what you just said. Facts. 100%. So true. I know what you mean. I feel you. I felt this. So relatable. I can relate. This resonates. So let me explain some of these phrases a bit. I know what you mean means I understand what you're saying and what you're going through because I went through the same thing. I feel you means the same thing. If I also say this resonates, it means it matches my beliefs because I agree and I even experienced something similar. Same thing with relatable, which means I can relate. It means there is a relation between this and what I experienced. So I experienced something similar. This is why I agree with what you just said. My favorite 3 expressions are relatable, resonates, facts. Let's move on to the last category. For example, the video is a lesson or a lecture, or the post is giving you information. You can thank that vlogger, teacher, or expert by saying, thanks for these tips. Here you can also be specific, especially maybe tip number 2. So informative. Very handy. Handy means practical, useful. So you can also say so practical, so useful. Or you can say something like amazing as always, which means you like that expert and he always shares useful tips and lessons. That was a lot of informative stuff. So you're telling them that their video is rich in information. Or you are a dope expert indeed. You are a dope chef indeed. You are a dope teacher indeed. Indeed means really. We've seen the word dope in a previous video. Dope means amazing. Or you can simply say, thanks for sharing. I appreciate it. Or you can say, keep up the good work. I look forward to the next video. Actually, all of these expressions are my favorite. I just use most of them. And on that note, thank you for watching my video. I hope you found it useful and handy. And hey, why not use one of these expressions to comment on this video? Only if you liked it and you found it useful. And thank you so much. Oh, please like, share, and subscribe. See you later.